Rock. Good morning, Shaun here. It is 8:38, time for the Revelstoke Mayor Report with Gary Sulz. Good morning, Gary.
Good morning, Shaun.
How are you doing?
I'm good. The first thing I want to say to you this morning is happy belated birthday.
Yes, thank you.
I see on Facebook you're a Ghostbusters daddy.
Yeah, do you like that? That was
that's awesome.
Yeah, Oma brought that back for Jack.
That's cool.
I wish I had cool costume like that. Right, I'd just wear it in general.
Yeah. Should have had it on this morning.
So it's a new day with the funeral home too. So you've had your first week.
Yep.
So I did have a question for you about that. Is anything changed in terms of protocol? Do they just phone the same number?
Same number. Everything's the same, basically. We're there. We're doing the work. We were the employees before. We're the employees now. We'll move forward. There will be a change moving forward. Krista's given her notice. She's moving to Comox because she has elderly parents and needs to go and care for them. So her last day will be on the 23rd. So we're really sad to see her go.
Sure.
But the new people are looking for a new staff member for us. So we'll see how that moves forward. And it's just a little different, kind of behind the scenes with computer programs and that sort of thing.
Oh, yeah, all that fun stuff is always, I just thought it'd be a good idea to let everyone know. Call the same number, everything's
the same.
Yeah.
We're still there. We're still doing the work. Shouldn't be any changes. The new owners want us to stick around for a long period of time. And I said, I'd like to retire at some time. And they're going, yeah, what's that?
Yeah, exactly. So I thought we should dive in. Now, we could talk about the roundabout, but I don't see a point in it. It'll be done in the next week, I'm assuming.
Next week and a half. So we're talking kind of the other day I went in and asked Steve, and he said kind of thinking around the 22nd. We're going to do a little ribbon cutting ceremony when it's done. Right now what they're doing is we thought we'd get it open earlier, but because of the dirt and whatnot with landscaping, we're going to wait till that's done. So sometime between the middle of the month and the 22nd, I believe it's going to be open, and we'll make that announcement and get it going.
Okay.
All my neighbors, and especially in the last week or so, it's like they're knocking on my door or seeing me downtown. When's it going to be open? We're tired of Highway 8. We actually want to have this open.
Oh, of course. There was something going on 4th Street too, or
some paving and whatnot.
Yeah. What was it? Just a fixing of roads?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So some of the things, and so some of that stuff is occurring as we speak. They're refurbishing some of the roads, doing some milling, repaving. On 6th and Norton this morning, they're replacing a fire hydrant. They did one last week on 8th, replaced a fire hydrant. So of course that really slows everything down. I think with 6th and Norton, we're not going to, the locals, just skirt around it. But should be good. So.
Okay, so now we've got 2 weeks. It's Friday. We got 2 weeks to find out what's happening politically speaking, provincially.
Right.
And then after that, we'll go from there. Do we have a chief elections officer? Do we have everything kind of ready to go in the canon, so that come that day we go, okay, it's still going to be Doug, or now it's Nicole, whichever way it goes, we go, okay, well, either way we can launch this thing the next day, or
we still have to pick the chief elections officer, so we're talking about that within City Hall as to who's going to be the best person with that.
Is that a staff member that does that?
Usually it's a staff member that's
Okay.
the chief elections officer, and then there's volunteers and assistants that kind of help with that.
Okay.
So we're looking at that.
Who did it when you ran?
I think it was Teresa and Dawn, or Teresa, Dawn, and Cindy.
Okay. Okay.
So there was
Gotcha.
a combination of them. So
it's sort of like a subcommittee of staff members to put it kind of together. Gotcha.
So we're looking at that. So that still has to be done. I just want to mention with capacity issues, the council meeting that was scheduled for next Tuesday has been canceled at this point.
Capacity meeting?
Yeah, well, no capacity issues with getting reports done and getting reports read. We've to be honest, Dawn's off right at the present time. She's had a death in her family, so we need to give her time to deal with that. And so that's kind of put things back just a bit. If we need to call a special meeting to get some of the things that were scheduled for that, then we'll do that, but we'll look at that as we move forward.
Okay.
So City Hall is also close to completion. All the the drilling and the jackhammering and whatnot. The stairs have been removed. They're starting to still yesterday when I was there, doing a little more jackhammering to tie in rebar into the walls. I think they've got that done now, and it's a matter of just putting the forms in and pouring that. Most of the rest of the building is pretty much ready to go, with the exception of outside those planters as far as color, and I'm not sure what's happening with that. So I'm hoping that we get the roundabout open, and within a couple of weeks after that, we're going to unveil City Hall and have that ready to go. We want to get finance back into City Hall, so we're hoping to have them after the weekend back into City Hall, and then we'll be probably going through the Second Street entrance through Development Services to access finance.
Okay.
So that's kind of where we're at with those things in the community. A couple things I just wanted to mention. Congratulations to Jill and Kip Holloway, whose grandson Dylan Holloway has been drafted by the Edmonton Oilers.
Nice.
He was 14th in the first round. So he's the son of Bruce and Tori Holloway. Bruce is a Revelstoke native and was also an NHL player with the Canucks. So just want to congratulate them. I know that they're floating right now.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure, of course.
So that's kind of cool. We're going into a long weekend, so I just want
they have to be Oilers fans, though.
Yeah, well, there you go. I got a colleague in Golden who's a diehard Calgary's fan, and every time I bring up Edmonton, he wants to slap me silly. But anyway,
that's how it goes. Yeah.
That's the way it goes. So again, long weekend. Keep safe on the roads. I just want to make mention of this. We had the focus group talk about masks and whatnot yesterday at council. So I want everybody to just remember COVID-19 doesn't take a holiday. So, keep yourself safe as you've been doing. Wear masks if you can't physically distance. Wash your hands. Do all the things that we've been doing and then we've been harping about for the last 6-7 months.
That ain't going to go away.
Yeah.
And I wonder if this is the beginning of the end of shopping malls all over our country and the United States. I just wonder if shopping malls are going to become a thing that I tell my kids one day that I used to hang out in, back in 1998, 99, 2000, and 01, where it was like, that's what we did. We were mall rats. And I'm wondering if they're going to, what the hell's a mall? I just wonder if this is the beginning of it.
Well, and it's interesting because I haven't been in one. Have you been in one since?
I haven't really gone into a mall in ages, just in general.
Yeah.
But I definitely have zero interest in going to one now.
Yeah.
So I could see it slowly kind of fading. Online shopping is pretty predominant now, more than ever. So I think this Christmas was going to be a very interesting one to see how we all as a collective, not just Revelstoke, but as a collective of Canada, how we navigate the holidays. What does shopping mean to us anymore? Are we going to go, with the cost of everything, with just the way things were, Christmas is going to be a lot more of a social aspect and less about gifts and more about the actual, what the point of Christmas is. I just wonder if this is also going to change how we do things socially in something that has been predominantly dominated by the idea of boxed gift buying and gifts in terms of shopping and spending. And because we're even at a point now where Chris and I go, do we want to buy each other gifts, or do we just want to think of something that we need / want as a couple? And that's what we do for ourselves. Like last year was a sink, and that sounds so unexciting to a kid. But when you're an adult, you're like, damn, this is a nice deep kitchen sink. That stuff gets exciting. So I just wonder if things will change for how we address holidays.
Well, I'm sure it will. And as of course, Chrissy and I are a long time in our relationship, and we get older, we don't buy each other gifts. We do things together, and so we're going to see how that's going to be. Travel maybe curtailed, all those sorts of things. So just moving forward. But if people are buying gifts, I'm going to encourage them to shop locally as best they can and support our merchants so that they can keep people working and they can keep viable in our community.
It's a lot easier to run in downtown, grab something, and leave than go to was it Orchard Park Mall, or I think that's what it's called. But
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, so you look at that. So that's really all I have, Shaun. I just want to wish everyone a happy Thanksgiving. Hope everybody keeps safe and enjoys whatever family time that they can, and just go forward.
Okay, thanks, Gary.
All right, thanks, Shaun.